August 23rd, 11:30 p.m. So I've never had a diary before, but I feel like I need to let this out or I'll go crazy. It started today's morning as soon as I woke up. As soon as I opened my eyes, I felt the mattress leaning to the left, pushed down by the weight of something heavy lying next to me. Before I could turn around, I felt hot air blow onto my neck, like whoever was lying next to me was holding its breath, waiting for me to wake up. I immediately turned around and saw nothing. Obviously, duh. I got up from my bed, thoroughly rubbed my eyes and pinched my arm just to make sure it wasn't dreaming. I wasn't. From the time I headed to the shower till I left school, the entire time, I felt like I was being watched. Like the pair of eyes staring at me were soon going to burn into my neck. Surprisingly, as soon as I reached home, turned the handle of the door and went in, the feeling of being watched just washed away like someone dropped a bedsheet in front of me. I wish the feeling of being watched stayed though, because what came next was way worse, and it feels like it's never going to leave me. As soon as I entered my room, the air suddenly felt heavier, like I was trying to breathe underwater. A horrible, horrible feeling of suffocation. It's so damn frustrating how the air just wouldn't fill my lungs. No matter how much I inhaled and inhaled, the air would just get stuck midway through breath and get exhaled. I tried to relax and meditate, but the feeling is still there and feels like it's not going to leave. So I'm just going to try to relax and sleep, and maybe I'll wake up better tomorrow. August 24th, 10 p.m. The fact that I thought I would just wake up better makes me sick. How did I not know what happened wasn't normal? I woke up today at 4:30 a.m. in total darkness with the same feeling, like someone was sitting behind me. But this time they weren't breathing, they were chuckling. The feeling of someone being behind me didn't just vanish as soon as I turned around, because when I did, I felt like I was staring at the someone laying with me in bed. The chuckling continued, this time feeling each breath as the chuckle hit my face. I jumped up from my bed, headed to the light switch, but before I touched the switch, the light immediately turned on and I felt the cool breeze of the night hit me from behind. Whatever was with me in bed, up and left, leaving the window open. I didn't even check the window. I opened my room's door and ran to Mom's room, but she wasn't there. I had forgotten she had a very late night shift. I just sat in her bed, trembling and crying while I tried to doze off for a couple of hours before school. I woke up drenched in sweat to the sound of Mom opening the front door. Her shift ended at 6, so I knew it was time for school. I called Mom from school and went home early today, saying I had a horrible headache. Anyways, I couldn't concentrate at all at school. I contemplated telling my mom what was happening, but I was too tired and didn't have enough energy for the get off your phone and sleep early rant, so I just slept all the way home. When I got home, I didn't even come close to my room. I just laid down on the couch and slept. I woke up and it was dark. I assumed Mom went to work already and I was alone again. It's 10 right now. I've been alone for 3 hours. The feeling of suffocation is back, but this time, I feel like someone is grasping, clutching my throat. I'm trying to call Mom, but there's no service. I don't know what's going on, but I hope I'm going crazy, and that all that's happening is just my imagination. But it doesn't feel like it. August 25th, 11:50 p.m. I woke up today feeling different. The weight of a person laying next to me every morning has lifted. I didn't feel like I was being watched or suffocating. I was actually starting to believe I was imagining things, and just had a couple of hard days. But then I saw it. I saw it. When I went to the bathroom after I woke up, I felt a little throbbing pain all over my neck, but I figured I just slept in a bad position. But while I was brushing my teeth, I looked in the mirror. There it was, staring at me, smiling like it was its first time ever. The horrible-looking grin extended from its left ear to its right eye, where in its place laid stitches, as if forcing its mouth to extend that long. In place of the left eye was a hole, with dark brown gooey liquid dripping from it. The figure stood behind me in the tub holding the shower curtain as if inviting me in. I kept washing my face again and again, but every time, I leaned down and stood up again, and the figure just kept stretching out its hands, stretching, stretching and stretching, until it finally reached me, grabbed my neck and kept choking me. The horrible grin was still fixed in the mirror. The remaining gaping hole maintained contact with my eyes, until I blacked out. I woke up on the bathroom floor, with bruises all over my neck. Nighttime has fallen and I keep hearing voices. At first, they weren't clear, sounded just like whispers or muffled wind. But now I hear it clearly. It's calm and relaxed, almost soothing, telling me to go to the woods. I've covered every mirror, and I'm scared to leave Mom's room, but I hear tapping on the window and I know the face is staring at me. Thursday morning, August 26th, at 4 p.m., I reported my daughter missing, 16 hours after she disappeared. A couple of hours later, she was found by some hikers hanging from a tree. Her death was ruled out as a suicide. I knew Emma would never do this to herself, to me. But now, I'm so damn sure she didn't. I'm the worst parent ever. I feel horrible. I could have prevented all this. I'm writing this here as I'm sobbing and crying, holding the last words my daughter ever wrote, because I never found a goodbye note. I never got an explanation, but it was all here, under my pillow,